My Survivor experience was so much more than I ever anticipated it to be. Yes, I didn't make it to the end and I'm not sole survivor, but it was so rewarding in that I learned how strong I can be as a person and pushing myself to the absolute limits and living with people that you get along with and you don't get along with at times, and really sharing and creating this new society and this new community. So it was such an amazing experience to be able to, learn about yourself and how far you really can push yourself. I was really proud of myself and how I handled certain situations. I knew I was at the bottom very early on in our tribe, even though we kept winning. And I was really faced with a harsh reality of being at the bottom and having people really try to ostracize me and be cruel to me. So I was really proud of myself on how I handled that situation, trying to play within the context of my four walls. I think in the end, I'm really proud of myself because this experience really breaks you down and shows your true colors and shows you who you really are as a person. And, I can be proud walking away from this game, knowing that I played with integrity and, I really rose above adversity and what I was dealing with. And I tried to make it work for myself. I tried to make big moves. I tried to get people on my side, and it unfortunately just didn't work out that way. And so, you win some, you lose some. I'm not really used to losing, but, it's just the way the cookie crumbled at the end of the day. Every single day was like a best moment for me. It just taking those times to really look out and see the world that we live in here. It's so beautiful, and to experience just being in the Philippines and playing in the game that I really do love to play was just, the overall experience was absolutely amazing. And I think that's what I'll really take away from being Survivor, and putting yourself in a different situation, putting yourself out there and seeing kind of the results and the portrayal that you really do get. I knew I was a very strong, confident person coming into Survivor, but leaving Survivor, I definitely am a lot stronger than I think I was. I'm from New York. I've never camped. I haven't starved myself to see what it would feel like or go 17 days with straight rain. And that stuff really didn't bother me. The elements didn't bother me, which I thought they were going to be the hardest part. Hardest part for me, I think, was more of the social aspect of things. I'm used to working in finance and Wall Street and working with very intelligent, respectful, individuals. So that's Survivor. You get stuck sometimes with personalities that you're not used to dealing with, and you have to sort of work around that. So I think that was definitely the hardest part for me. It wasn't the elements, which I thought it was going to be. It was more the social aspect of things. Having my torch snapped was an excruciatingly painful experience, just because I came out here to win. And I don't think anybody really came out here to get their torch snapped or thought they were going to. And so it was my first tribal council. I really didn't anticipate it. It was a little bit of a blind side. And, I really wanted to play the game more, being such a super fan of the show and, actually admitting that for the first time that I've been watching since the beginning and really wanting this experience. It was tough for me to, know that my game was over and my time here was done. Coming on Survivor, I didn't know what kind of threat I really was. I thought I would be able to slide under the radar, if that's at all possible. But, being aggressive, being a female, the things that normally work in my real life in Wall Street and being a competitive swimmer really didn't work to my advantage being on Survivor. I came out of the gates running and I never really slowed down. So I think it was a smart decision for my tribe to vote me out as early as they did, because I guess I really was a big threat, whether it was the flirting, the manipulating, the strategic, the competitive spirit in me. I think everyone sort of knew that I had to go. And, it's kind of a compliment. I am who I am. And I think that this experience really taught me who I am. I am aggressive. I am, someone who likes to be in control and control of my own destiny, certainly. So I can't be apologetic for any of the moves I made, any of the things I really done. If anything, it really strengthened my core beliefs in knowing who I am and what I really stand for. So I'm not apologetic or would take anything back from this experience. I think the misconception is that everyone out here is very smart, intelligent, gamers. Because when I sit on my couch at home, I'm like, well, she should have done this, he should have done that, they should have talked. When you're out here, people aren't as smart and sophisticated as you think they're gonna be, and they don't wanna make the moves, and they don't wanna do this, and they don't wanna do that. So, I could have really created something, but no one would really listen to me, and no one would really hear me out. So I think that was a huge misconception from sitting on your couch at home to playing Survivor, is that people don't really want to make the same moves. They want to make the safe move. That's why I'm out. My Survivor experience was this like life-changing moment in time that I got to experience something that I've wanted to be a part of for 24, 25 seasons. So to finally, have the courage to submit a tape and go through the audition process and actually come out here and play this game, it's so rewarding, and it's you can't put it into words of how someone feels about going through this and having a chance of a lifetime.